Volvo tuner Heiko Sportive in Darmstadt, Germany. Here Martin Müller and Felix Skura are preparing their Volvo 240T for the new season.
Yeah, so if a car like this stands for a long time, then the brake fluid draws in water, and that has a consequence that the brake system will stop working correctly. And you need to look at the brake fluid, at the pads, and if it's been standing for a long period, change it.
Already the next day, the Volvo is supposed to take part in the touring car revival at the Nürburgring. The brake pads from last season are still good, but the brake fluid is replaced for safety's sake.
Martin is above and pushes on the pedal. The pressure is built up, that is, the liquid flows into the cylinder is completely filled, and I'm on the valve and let out the fluid. That is, if something should be in the lines, then that comes out with this. These small bubbles that can form. Okay, pressure's there. Okay, close. Now we have made a little mess.
In Darmstadt there is no test track, so the first test drive will take place on the road instead. Martin and Felix are looking for the most suitable tires.
Yeah, now we put wet tyres on it, which we can now do a test drive on the road with. Even in this weather, that's fine. With slicks, it's a little bit bad on the road.
The rain tire has a bit more grip because it's softer.
The rim of the Volvo is a special version.
Those are not quite the original wheels from back then. These are the rims that were used in motorsport. These are the BBS wheels, which we've had specially made because it no longer exists. Originally the car had 15-inch wheels and we now have 17-inch wheels on it.
Martin and Felix check the car from underneath. Finally, it should not lose any oil or water, and also the joints need adjusting.
Yeah, let's look at the front, the universal joint, and see if that's okay. And that looks good, the ball bearing as well.
Everything is okay. Now we want to briefly look at the front. All is well, clearance is fine.
Shall we make a practice lap?
I would suggest that, a good idea.
Okay, let's do it.
For years, the team from Heiko Sportive has been looking for original race Volvo. Many of these models are lost.
So we've learned through a friend that in Sweden a vehicle like this exists, which was misused for rally purposes and which was in very poor condition. It was very nice, however, that it was an original with an original chassis number. Then we decided to bring the car here. Felix, let's have a look again at the oil before I drive off.
Yes, we'll do that, of course.
The oil level is good, and Martin has restored the rundown Volvo for 3 years after work with his colleagues. Understandable that he cheers along at the very start where the machine will start.
Yeah, it's very exciting. This is really the first start of the season, and there the tension is high. So whether everything will go as before or as planned. Yeah, here, Felix, I'll start now.
Yes, okay, let it run.
So it even starts really well, eh?
Martin's start is always a small battle, lest we forget. Who still remembers that the young sporty Volvo won many titles in racing. With the refurbishment, the engine was also revised. It now has a special camshaft and a new turbo.
Yeah, so the feeling when one takes the 240 out again after a long time, it's always just great because it's just a very special car which has its own peculiarities and it's unbelievable fun. Unbelievably direct from the response, from driving experience. There's really nothing better than to drive a young timer like this. There, one really knows that one is driving a car, so it's really very good.
No electronics, just pure mechanics. This is proper driving for Martin.
Yeah, well, at first glance, all is well. The oil pressure is fine, the system pressure, fuel pressure, all right. All displays are still functioning and the values are all fine. Normally, there would be no reason for us not to have fun on the weekend at the track.
Martin presses on the gas pedal to check the boost pressure.
Somehow it does not have enough boost pressure. Maybe something with the ignition. Might be a hose from the intercooler somewhere because it does not build up the boost pressure properly. Should actually have more boost, perhaps somewhere a leaky hose. Yeah, we need to look again.
A loose hose would be quickly repaired, but Martin doesn't want to take any risks and drives to the test stand to be on the safe side.
Yeah, we want to check all the parameters here on the bench, so fuel pressure, boost pressure and so on. And we can repair that on the test bench since we have a constant pulling power and can drive at a constant speed. I've now found out on the test bench that it doesn't pull through right, and we'll now find out on the test stand what that is.
Felix checks whether the main hoses and connections are tight. He will first rule out the simplest of mistakes.
It's hard to say. When we are on the test bench, then we can really see what the car is doing, whether it stutters. We have to watch where it comes from. As stated, it can be the hoses, it can be the spark plugs, fuel pressure maybe, can be the boost pressure, but we will see that now exactly. Now we have put it on the test bench. Now we will make a small check to see whether all the hoses and connectors are on it, and then we'll try it.
While Felix checks the engine, Martin straps the Volvo firmly down, because if the Volvo slides from the roller at speeds exceeding 100 kilometers per hour, it would be extremely dangerous.
Felix, start up, yeah.
While Felix controls the data on the computer, Martin speeds up the Volvo. He accelerates normally and changes gears, just like on the road.
Felix made the fuel pressure higher. So I've now seen on the test bench that the fuel pressure is a bit low, and probably this causes a loss of power, so it does not really build up pressure. There we just filter a little bit of fuel out above. Now we have to see what it is. It may not be large, so it may only just be a small adjustment. We'll just have to look.
With a few simple steps, Felix increases the fuel pressure.
Okay, Martin, all is set. You can go again on the test stand. Look that everything is okay. When everything is okay, then we can go on the road again.
Then let's drive again. Are you going to start again?
Okay.
If the gasoline pressure is too low, the cylinder does not get enough fuel and the engine performance drops.
Yeah, okay, we've now determined that the fuel pressure was slightly low. This can occur when the vehicle has been standing over the winter and one puts everything in new and takes it apart and then puts it back together again. There you have to adjust the fuel pressure regulator once again.
Martin takes a second test drive at once to see if the fuel pressure now remains constantly high.
Yeah, that's really good. It feels really good, clean. Starts up clean. Job pressure is there. Quickly accelerate out and look what it does. Yeah, well, now it runs. Super.